Hey guys, welcome to Nuko Maths. On this channel, we break down concepts into easy steps for you to understand. Today we're going to continue on the algebra topic and learn about indice rules. Here's an overview for today's lesson. We're going to be going over the 8 indice rules, from easy to hard. Then we're going to go over some example questions for each of them. Our first indice rule is the adding power rule. We covered this in our previous video. The rule is a to the power of m times a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m plus n. An example of this is 2 to the power of 5 times 2 to the power of 3 equals 2 to the power of 5 plus 3, which is 2 to the power of 8. Our second indice rule is the minusing of powers rule. This rule is a to the power of m divided by a to the power of n equals a to the power of m minus n. An example of this is 5 to the power of 7 divided by 5 to the power of 3 is equal to 5 to the power of 7 minus 3, which is 5 to the power of 4. Our third indice rule is where our powers multiply together. The rule is a to the power of m brackets to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m times n. An example of this is 2 to the power of 3 bracket to the power of 4 is equal to 2 to the power of 3 times 4, which is 2 to the power of 12. Our fourth indice rule is a simple one. A to the power of 1 is a, so anything to the power of 1 is just itself, so 4 to the power of 1 is 4. Our fifth rule is that anything to the power of 0 is 1, so 6 to the power of 0 is 1, even 100,000 to the power of 0 is 1. Our sixth indice rule is a fractional one. A over b to the power of n is equal to a to the power of n over b to the power of n. An example of this is 3 over 5 to the power of 2 equals 3 to the power of 2 over 5 to the power of 2, which is 9 over 25. Our seventh rule is a to the power of minus m is equal to 1 over a to the power of m. The only thing that's happening here is that the number and the power are brought down to the denominator. This happens due to the negative sign. An example of this is 4 to the power of negative 3, which is just 1 over 4 to the power of 3. Our final rule is when the power of our number is a fraction. So a to the power of x divided by y is equal to the y root of a to the power of x. An example of this is 4 to the power of 2 over 3. The 3 becomes the power of the root, so it's the third root of 4 squared. How I like to think of it as is that the 3 just comes to the front, and the 2 is left to be the power. Let's try another example of this. 4 to the power of 6 over 4. The 4 comes to the front and becomes the root, so it's the fourth root of 4 to the power of 6. Here's an important rule to note. When given an equation like 4 to the power of 4 divided by 2 to the power of 2, you might think to use indice rules and get 2 to the power of 2. That is wrong, because the rule states it's a to the power of m divided by a to the power of n is a to the power of m minus n. The a must be the same, so the base number must be the same of 2, not 4 and 2. If we were to solve it normally and use the power straight away, we would get 256 divided by 4, which is 64, and that is not the same as 2 to the power of 2, which we thought we could do before. Here are some practice questions. Pause the video and give them a shot. I'll now go over the answers. The first question, 3 to the power of 6 plus 2 is equal to 3 to the power of 8. The second question, 4 to the power of 3 minus 2 is equal to 4 to the power of 1. The third question, 2 to the power of 3 times 4 is equal to 2 to the power of 12. The fourth question is just 1. The fifth question is 6 squared over 14 squared, which is 36 over 196. The sixth question is 1 over 4 squared, which is 1 over 16. The seventh question is the third root of 3 to the power of 4, which is 4.33. I'll highlight the answers in blue so you know which ones to look back at. Here's a summary for today's lesson. We went over all 8 of the indice rules that are most common in IGCSE. We also went over some example questions for each of them. Here are the key formulas for today's lesson. A to the power of m times a to the power of n equals a to the power of m plus n. a to the power of m divided by a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m minus n. A to the power of m bracket to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m times n. A to the power of 1 is a to the power of 0 is 1. A divided by b to the power of m is equal to a to the power of m divided by b to the power of m. A to the power of minus m is equal to 1 over a to the power of m. And a to the power of x divided by y is the y root of a to the power of x. A lot of these formulas are used in questions, so remember to learn them all off by heart. A key that must be remembered is that the a in these indice rules must be the same, so 2 and 2, not 2 and 4. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe so you keep up to date with the videos that we post. Next week's video will be about expanding brackets. See you all next time.